Hello, guys. A little bit different today. Can you tell me if you hear me? If you hear me. So, for this time, I want to do something a little bit different. First of all, Alison McKenzie is not here tonight. Unfortunately, he had to fly back to Scotland for a family problem. And we are all close to Alistair. We wish and we pray for him. So we hope to have him back next week. But, I wanted to tell you the reason why Alistair is not here. We're trying a different thing. As with Spreaker, we had some problem. This doesn't mean that you won't find the podcast tomorrow on Spreaker and on the normal iTunes and wherever else you find the podcast. Simply, I want to try to do it live on YouTube. So please tell me if it works. And one thing, obviously, Lazio just beat it. Inter, very important match. Very important match. Very important victory for Lazio. It was fundamental to win today. After Milan lost against Sampdoria, after Roma lost badly against Napoli, it's very important. Now, yes, Lazio still just above Roma. Beating who lost against Napoli, and eventually, if Lazio beats Udinese, when we'll finally play against Udinese, we'll never know when it will happen, then Lazio will be at the same point of AC Milan. One thing very important, I don't know if you noticed, but I think Milan is not playing that well in the last couple of weeks. In the derby, Inter deserve to win. And again, Sampdoria played better. So if Piontek doesn't score, Milan struggles. So this is very positive. I think, and guys, tell me if I'm wrong, of the team fighting for the Champions League spot at the moment, Lazio is the one playing better. So this is very positive. On the other side, unfortunately, the gap is still big. We said that Lazio have to win against Udinese when we'll finally play against Udinese. So, it's not easy, but we're there. Greek Laziale says, match against Spal is a final. Yes, I totally agree. I think, especially after this victory, I think Lazio has to confirm all the positive things, and Spal can be a tricky match. Spal plays a decent football, a very good football, and I would say that I can see Murgia scoring against us, obviously. So I don't want to say Lazio starts from 1-0 down, because Murgia is going to score definitely, but it's going to be an important match. And let's not forget, it's Wednesday, so it's Sunday night. Lazio has just 2 days to recover, and we saw Correa coming out. It looks like he has a back problem, so we don't know if he's going to be fit for Wednesday. Anyway, Inzaghi in the press conference of Saturday, I don't know if you heard it, he said that there's going to be a rotation between Sunday against Inter and Spal Wednesday. So I think Caicedo's going to start. Maybe Ciro Immobile could be on the bench, but the problem is with Correa out, I don't know if maybe Parolo will come in and play instead of maybe one of the 4 teams of the 4 players, Milinkovic-Savic, Correa, Luis Alberto, and Immobile. Rami Algendi, Atalanta are the best. I'm not sure. I don't think they play that well in the other weeks. So, and I think the problem with Atalanta is they don't have enough players to arrive till the end of the season at this form. Let's not forget they have the semi-final, the Coppa Italia semi-final. So, yes, probably they're looking more to that match than the Serie A. Giaperode Nielsen, are we becoming a clinical side? I hope so. I really hope so, because big teams are, and it's very important. As I said, as we often said on our podcast, Lazio has to be has to win even when they're not playing well. And this in the past didn't happen very often. I don't know if you agree. Lazio didn't play that well tonight. Inter had more ball possession, I would say, but every time Lazio attacked, it was dangerous. I think um, Handanovic made three unbelievable save. I would say the first on Bastos in the first half. Bastos was a little bit unlucky because he hit it strong with the head, but he didn't. He hit Handanovic pretty much. Handanovic body, the goalkeeper, didn't move, didn't have time to move. On the second one against Caicedo, I thought Caicedo did something really good. I don't remember against which match I blamed Caicedo in front of the goalkeeper. I think today Handanovic did an unbelievable save. He was terrific on that side, on that match. And let's talk about Skriniar, because people say that Skriniar is worthy. What was it? 100 million euros. I don't think, seeing today's performance, I absolutely don't think Skriniar is that good. Caicedo dribbled past him a couple of times. I thought that was embarrassing for a player that should be a 1 million. What is it? 100 million value. So yeah, I didn't like Skriniar that much tonight. But I thought Caicedo played well. I have to say that I'm always very critical to Caicedo, but I thought today played well. I didn't like Ciro Immobile, to be honest with you, and I don't know if you agree with me. I thought, especially in the first half, Ciro Immobile could have done better. When Lazio was trying to keep the ball, I thought there's where Ciro Immobile played very well. A couple of times he was very good to get a free kick, and I thought Candreva, was a little bit silly in allowing Ciro Immobile to get two very important free kicks to let the time pass. So yeah, I think Candreva it's done as a player, but yeah, I want more from Ciro Immobile, and I think Lazio needs to have more from him if Lazio wants to reach the Champions League spot. Today, again, it was really, really important win, because if you lose tonight, the chances are over. And even if you drew, yes, it's true, you get 1 point from Milan, who lost yesterday, but you're still far behind. Instead, winning today, it's really important, because you're pretty much, you pass Roma, and that's official, even with one match on hand. And if you beat Udinese, you get the same points of Milan, who is struggling. Second defeat in a row. I think there's going to be some problem with Gattuso. And third, you have beaten now in the last month or so Roma and Inter, that are two teams that are fighting for the Champions League. Now, we can say that Roma is not playing very well. We don't know if Roma is going to be in the fight for the Champions League very long. At the moment, they're even out of the Europe League, I think. But it's really important for Lazio. We said it all in the first part of the season. We said Lazio is not able to beat big teams, and now we beat Roma and Inter. Now, I know Rami will say Roma is not a big team. Well, you should still consider a big team, Roma. So I think this is really important. And I think it's not a coincidence that when Milinkovic-Savic and Luis Alberto started playing well, Lazio started beating big teams. I don't know if you agree with me, but I really think that part of the reason why Lazio's winning against the biggest team is this. And, there's a thing that I love absolutely of Milinkovic-Savic. Playing even in these important matches, he seems calm, like he's playing with his friends in the park. I think he loves playing in this type of matches, so important. He was amazing. All week long, people were saying, Caicedo, Milinkovic-Savic didn't score against big team. 5 minutes in the match, goal of Milinkovic-Savic. It was obvious. He likes this type of things. He loves when people start talking about him badly, if possible, and especially when he's in form. And I think he's in form now, and you could see it tonight. I think man of the match, I don't know, it must have been him or Lucas Leiva. I think they both played terrific well. Obviously, different type of performance. Leiva very, very well when defending. It looks like he already knew where the ball was going when Inter was attacking, and he ran for 95 minutes. maybe he doesn't run very fast, but he's always there, always near the ball. So terrific performance from Lucas Leiva. And Milinkovic-Savic was really, really good, not only scoring, but even in the midfield when Lazio had to fight, he was there fighting, recovering a lot of balls, even high balls. He was always there, grabbing them, fighting with all into the midfielder. So really good performance by Milinkovic-Savic. I think you'll agree that one of the two must be the man of the match. For me, it's Milinkovic-Savic. I adore him, and I think when he plays like that, well, he's really worthy 130 or even more. I don't know. He's such a good player, and he's still young. He can still improve. I still think that Milinkovic-Savic can improve, can do better. But today, man of the match, I thought. And Romulo, was a little bit of surprise seeing Romulo starting today. I thought after the last performance of Marusic, he would have started. But I think Marusic, and Inzaghi said it yesterday in the press conference, he wasn't 100% fit. And when players are not 100% fit, then Inzaghi tried to find, if he has, tried to play another player like he did with Romulo. Did he play well? Yeah, I think all the team played well. I still expected more. One example, in the second half, Lazio was attacking and Romulo had the ball on the right side and he had to put a cross. And he put it on the second post where nobody was there. They were all on the first post. So, not bad performance by Romulo, but if we start putting the cross in the box, Lazio can become even more dangerous. Patrick, a day great beyond measure. Well, I thought, and guys, tell me if I was too optimistic but I thought that Lazio could win this match because Icardi wasn't there, Lautaro wasn't there. They didn't have a striker. And as a Lazio fan, and seeing Lazio in the last 18 years, we know that Keita is not a number 9. He's a striker that can play center forward, but he needs someone like Milinkovic-Savic to come in. He created spaces for someone to come in. And Inter didn't have that player because Politano is not that type of player. Perisic is not that type of player. And all the midfielder are not that type of player. So I think Keita played well, but Inter didn't create any big chances, right, Patrick? Did you? I mean, Strakosha played well. Especially the positive thing about Strakosha is that finally he came out of a lot of times to grab that cross with the hands instead of letting the ball pass by and hope that Acerbi or someone else headed away. So Strakosha did very well on that side, but I don't remember unbelievable save of Strakosha. I do remember Handanovic making 3 very good save on Caicedo, on Bastos. So I think Handanovic did really, really well. But on the other side, Strakosha didn't do nothing particular except, getting out and grabbing all those crosses from Inter. Sorry, guys, talking a lot. Yes, Patrick, I agree. And the fact that Lazio and Simone Inzaghi knew very well Keita, I think it helped him organize the defense. I think Ramos played really, really well, and let's not forget he missed, last match he played was in February, something like that. So it was nearly a month that he didn't play. No, nearly more than a month that he didn't play, and I thought he played really well. I really think that Ramos has something special in him. He can improve. He's very young. He still can improve and become an amazing defender. And I don't know if you guys agree. I really like Keita. I'm sorry that he left. He can be very dangerous, but not alone like Lazio played. And I thought Politano was awful, and I didn't like him. He shoot so often from outside the box and never never put it on target. I think he never shot on target. I don't know. Okay, Marseille, I was reading your message, but you deleted. Yeah, Patrick, it's I don't know if you heard the starting of this podcast. I think Inter had a more ball possession. I didn't check the numbers, but I thought Inter had more ball possessions and put a lot of crosses and And on the other side, Politano, they had a lot of chances, but not very dangerous chances. I think maybe Perisic in the first half had a big chance with a header that put it wide, but Lazio had, every time Lazio attacked, they created big chances. There's the one of Bastos, there's the goal, obviously. There's one Ciro Immobile had. There's one of Caicedo in the second half, another one of Caicedo in the second half. Every one of them were really, really, really dangerous that Lazio could have scored. If you go and see all the chances Inter had, you won't say, yeah, well, this was really difficult to score from here. If you see they shoot from outside the box, or if they're in the box, it's from wide position. I thought Keita at the beginning had a couple of decent chances where Strakosha was good stopping them, but yes, Inter had more ball possession, but didn't create that much chances. On one side, I was hoping, and if you see the video I did on my YouTube channel, I was thinking that Lazio would have tried to have the ball possession, and so that to help all the team pushing. Instead, it was Inter that had the ball possession, and Lazio was counter-attacking using the speed of Correa. The 15 minutes he was there, Immobile. I thought Luis Alberto had a very good match, and I tweeted, I don't know if you saw it, I wasn't pleased with the idea of Simone Inzaghi to take Luis Alberto off and put Parolo. You know, I love Parolo. It's not the problem of making Parolo get out, but I thought with Luis Alberto, Lazio got stop attacking and pushed back too much, and in the last 10-15 minutes, Lazio was in front of the penalty box and couldn't get out because they missed the talent of Luis Alberto, who's very good, distributing the ball and making Lazio counterattack. Parolo is very useful because he run a lot. He's very good in defending. But I think that good teams, when it's 15 minutes till the end of the match and you're winning, try more to have ball possession instead of playing back and trying to keep the ball and try to defend, So I would like to see Lazio doing this more. I know, these 3 points are fundamental and you don't care how you get these 3 points. But I think Lazio could, with Luis Alberto, maybe move the ball around more. And things didn't happen in the second half. Marseille, Strakosha was good in the box, but have to have so many misses, long pass. Yeah. Especially in the last 20 minutes, Marseille. Strakosha kicked the ball 3-4 times directly out, I think. I don't remember if it was 3 or 4, but there were a lot. And those was really important balls, because if you kick it wide to Milinkovic-Savic, he stop and bring the ball down, then you can waste other 2-3 minutes that can make really the difference. Think about, I don't know if you saw Roma-Napoli today. Well, Roma got the penalty in the last second of the first half, really the last second. So every second can be important. And if you can kick the ball away in the midfield of Inter and take it down and bring it down instead of kicking it directly out, well, you can waste 2-3 minutes, very important, and make the defense breathe a little bit. I thought Ramos was destroyed at the end of the match. Let's not forget this was the first match in 1 month. So and Bastos, he played in the derby, and then afterwards he was benched. So we had defenders that could have been a little bit tired, more tired than the other players in that period of the match. But on the other side, Inter didn't convince me that much. They had a lot of ball possession, but they didn't have that many chances. Honestly, I thought Spalletti lost this match. I know Icardi is not fit, blah, blah, blah. He shouldn't be starting. He shouldn't be on the bench. But you don't have any striker, any central forward there. So don't care about he hasn't been good, etc. Put him at least in the bench, because in the last 10 minutes, you are in desperate mode. You would have put Icardi in, and maybe he would have scored, and now we would be talking about a different match. So I think, again, Inzaghi outplayed Spalletti, even though Lazio should have kept more ball possession. Now, I don't know if it's credit to Inter or it was the idea of Simone Inzaghi to step back and counterattack Inter when they had the ball. Maybe the fact that the midfield of Inter was very slow. Inzaghi thought, okay, let's play like that. Yeah, there are a lot of matches in April, and this is very concerning. Now, the problem of the rotation for me, and I want to hear what you're thinking about it, is seeing the injury situation, because Correa went out today. It looks like he has a back problem. Will he be able to play against Spal? I don't think so. So there, again, part of the rotation goes away. Caicedo will start, probably instead of Correa. I thought that if Correa wasn't injured, probably Immobile would have gone out, and Correa would have played with Luis Alberto. I think Inzaghi has to start doing this rotation. And today I was watching the bench. You have Berisha that needs to play. Durmisi came in because Lulic was asked for the sub. Now I don't know if it's just tiredness of Lulic, or he had some problems, physical problem. But again, Durmisi is another player that you can have. And as Greek Laziale said, we have to think that Spal match is a final. So Lazio has to play really, really concentrate, really focus on this match, because after winning against Inter, if you don't beat Spal, then you waste everything. But still, I think Lazio have to do not a massive, but a big rotation there. Maybe Durmisi can start, maybe Berisha can start, Parolo can start. I think Parolo could start Sunday. Maybe, I hope it was Sunday. It's Wednesday. Maybe instead of Correa and Caicedo can play instead of Ciro Immobile. In the defense, the problem is Rado fit? Is Rado back? Patrick is back? I don't know. We have to see who is able to play and who is not. Well, Gerard asked, which position do we think we need to strengthen? Well, I think Masaya said it, the wingers on both sides. I'm still curious to see Durmisi. I think he's a valid player. So I want to see how he play, if he has the chance to play in this coming matches. But I think we really need a playmaker, someone who makes the difference. Maruzic have played quite well in the last matches. Romelu today had a big chance. As I said, he didn't play that bad, but he had that big chances to put a nice cross in the box with 3 Lazio players there, and he missed it. He put it on the second post where there was nobody. So we have to have that type of player that put the ball in the box, because we have Milinkovic-Savic, we have Ciro Immobile, we have a lot of players that are able to get in the box and score on crosses, but we're not able to put the ball in the box. So we need one of these wingers that can be very good and make the difference. We have to consider this, and I said it in the video on my YouTube channel. We have to see how Lazio is going to play next year, because if Lazio is going to sign the Liverpool youngsters, there have been rumors about that. Well, he's an attacking winger, so this makes me think that Lazio could play a 4-3-3 next year. So maybe you don't need 2 wingers in midfielder, but maybe you need other type of players. We're gonna see. But yeah, I think the biggest role when Lazio needs to improve is the wingers in midfield, and we need a Vice Ciro Immobile. I said this so many times. Caicedo played well today, but he's not a number 9. Lazio need another number 9. And we saw it today with Inter, right? Without Icardi, without Lautaro, Inter had chances, had ball possession, but was never that dangerous. That's why a number 9 is so important. And see AC Milan. Piontek changed the team. When he scores, Milan win. When he doesn't score, Milan loses. That's how important a striker is these days. Patrick, long pass accuracy by Strakosha is 62%. 25th best. Wow. Who is the worst? Olsen? I don't know. Well, yeah, that's not. Let's say that's not the best part of Strakosha. I'm really happy that today he came out of the box, grabbed those balls high. That is something that he didn't do in the past, and it was really important. I think it gives confidence to all the team when you see your goalkeeper doing those things. But yeah, long ball accuracy is not his best, and this is something I want to think about. We have Milinkovic-Savic, who is very tall, and we saw it. He can make a big difference when the ball is high. So having 62%, even though you have Milinkovic-Savic, without Milinkovic-Savic should be 32, I think, something like that. Lafont is the worst. I don't like Lafont, to be honest. He's young, but he makes a lot of mistakes. Probably he's not ready for a big team. We said about Milinkovic-Savic and Leva. I thought Ramos, I love that player. I think he's really promising, and it was good to see him playing like that in a big match against Inter after 1 month of stop. I going back to the rotation that Lazio have to do in the coming weeks. I hope Ramos start playing a little bit more because he needs playing time and he's really good. To be honest, Bastos played well again. The biggest thing with Bastos, and I don't know if you feel the same, is I'm really scared when he has the ball on his feet because his passing is terrible and he can create a lot of chances for the other team, which is not very good from a defender. But when he has to defend, he's quite good. Acerbi is astonishing. Now, everybody, is talking about Skriniar, who today wasn't that good. I mean, if I compare Skriniar to Acerbi, it's a no match at the moment. I think Acerbi today played much better. But this match is so important for Lazio because winning tonight, again, the Champions League is not there yet. It's not done. It's far away, unfortunately. Still, Lazio have to win a lot of matches before saying, okay, we are there. But it's a big message you send to the other teams. Inter, we beat you. So we are back there. And Inter is, they won the derby, but before the derby, they weren't playing very well. Milan is the second match in the row that they lose, and they lose playing badly, against Sampdoria, who was struggling. Roma lost against Napoli today very badly. So it looks like Lazio at the moment looks to be the best team fighting for the Champions League spot. Yes, the gap is still big, but probably Lazio is the best team at the moment. I'm talking about the one fighting for the Champions League. I don't think Atalanta and Fiorentina are playing for the Champions League at the moment, but they can be dangerous. But thinking about Inter, Milan, Roma, and Lazio at the moment is the best team. Now we have to see all the injury because Correa can be a very important player. I hope the injury is nothing too serious because we need, as Gerard was saying, as was saying, we have 7 games in 25 days. So there's not much time to recover players. So we need them all fit. Inzaghi said that Pedro was injured. He wouldn't play today, but he was called for the match. So I don't know his situation. Maybe he could play against Spal. I don't think Inzaghi is going to risk him from the start, but he can be very useful in this last matches of the season because I think he has talent and we need rotation there. And as I said, we don't have a real striker, so that's the biggest problem. Guys, who is the man of the match for you? I don't know if you saw the poll I created on Twitter. I asked who is the man of the match. The candidates were Leiva, Milinkovic-Savic. Who were the other one? Oh, why it's not working? Let me go and check. Candreva. I thought Candreva was great. He came in, didn't do nothing good, but gave Lazio four free kicks, really important. I think we lost like something like 5 minutes thanks to Candreva. Gerard said Leiva. Yeah, I think he was very good. But for me, it was Milinkovic-Savic. Not only because he scored, but because Milinkovic-Savic is a terrific player. But yeah, I want to hear your impression as well. I don't know if you were able to hear the starting. Okay. Milinkovic-Savic is 47% at the moment. Leiva 15%. Candreva 27%. Felipe Luis 11%. I like people voting for Candreva, to be honest. You still have time to vote though. Yeah. If you didn't join me at the beginning of the podcast, I'm alone because Alistair is not here. He had to fly back to Scotland, unfortunately, for family problems. So we we are close to Alistair. He's gonna be back next week. I hope so. Don't know if he's gonna make it in time for Spal, but we are a big family, so pray and thoughts to Alistair in this hard moment. So he's gonna be back when he's gonna be able. But yeah, a big. We think so. We are thinking about Alistair in this tough moment. I think he's gonna be happy about this 3 points, even in this situation. I mean, when was it last time that Lazio beat Inter at San Siro? Not talking about Coppa Italia, ages ago, right? And I think in the last 10 matches against Inter, Lazio won very few of them, and so it was nice to see Lazio winning again in such an important match. And I think this is the first season that Lazio beat Inter twice. We beat them in the Coppa Italia. Yes, we won at the penalties, but still we beat Inter at San Siro, and in the league, which was important, especially thinking that at home we lost 3-0 and Inter played much better than us. But if you think now, it looks like that was ages ago. Lazio is a much better team now, especially thanks to Luis Alberto Milko Savic. I'm drinking a lot. I shouted too much during the match. Sorry, guys. So what to say? Yeah, it was a really important match for Lazio. The Champions League race is on. I think Roma's out probably after this terrible defeat against Napoli. So I think the fight is going to be between Inter, Milan, and Lazio. So they're going to be 2 spots for 3 teams. I still think that Inter and Milan are favorite because they have a better fixture and they have points ahead of Lazio. Lazio have to win against Udinese, which a lot of people thinks it's easy. It's already there. Lazio already is going to win it. I don't think Udinese. It's still a tough match. Atalanta, as I said before, Marseille. I think Atalanta doesn't have the team, especially now when there's going to be a lot of matches in a row. Atalanta will struggle, and yes, they won today, but they didn't play that well in the last matches. And let's not forget they have the Coppa Italia semi-final at home against Fiorentina after a 3-3 draw away. So that I think that's for them is going to be the most important match. So they're going to focus a lot on that match, and I think they're going to waste some energy, mentally, physically, energy, thinking about that match. While Lazio, yes, still have a semi-final, but I know a lot of people prefer winning the Coppa Italia, but if I have to choose, I want to reach the Champions League more than winning the Coppa Italia. Tell me what you're thinking about it, but yeah, I think Coppa Italia, winning the Coppa Italia, reaching the Champions League spot is much more important. It's not only money-wise, it's to be finally in the Champions League, to get to the big event that we didn't reach in the past 10 years or so. Europa League is important. It's becoming more and more important, but let's get to the Champions League once and, make this brand more international. And for do that, you have to reach the Champions League. So yes, Coppa Italia is important, but I want, especially after we won it very often in last couple of years, I think now Lazio should be focusing on reaching the Champions League. And to be honest with you, I think this year it's achievable. Milan is not playing great. Inter, I think they self-destroyed the team. Spalletti again did a disaster. So yes, we are behind. Lazio it's behind those teams, but it's probably the best team at the moment. So if Piontek doesn't start scoring again, if Icardi doesn't come in again, Lazio have a big chance. So it's really important. Next Wednesday against Spal, it's fundamental, because if you win today and don't win against Spal, then you wasted everything, and it's going to be a shame. So, guys, I think we can wrap it up here. Tell me what you think about this experiment. If you like it, or you prefer that we do it live on Spreaker, or if you prefer that we don't do it live, but we record it and then you can have it directly on your iTunes, Spreaker, and Spotify, or wherever you reach our podcast on Monday morning when maybe you go to work, etc. Tell us, because YouTube can be an option. We had some problem with Spreaker last time. It was my fault, so don't blame Alistair for that. It was all my fault. But this can be an interesting experiment. Now I'm going to look if Inzaghi said something. Okay, there are some quotes from Simone Inzaghi that I want to read. Basically, he said, the other teams have more money, but we have more team spirit. A victory that put Lazio back in the Champions League spot. Yes, the only mistake today wasn't that we scored the second goal. We keep the other team in the match, and with a big team like Inter, there's always a dangerous on doing it because they can score. You're more concerned, more aware of your strength this year compared to last year. Last year we arrived at the end of the season a little bit tired. This year we struggled in Europe. We had some injury. I think he's talking about the Sevilla match in particular. Like the end of the season last year. This year we are better. Now we have the Coppa Italia and the end of the season and the end of the Serie A. In January we have been slowed down by the injury. Now we have pretty much recovered all the other players, but we are aware that we are a great team with a lot of very good players. Today we didn't see the absence of Radu and Patrick. Well, Patrick played well, but I don't think you have to consider him a starter. The gap between us and the big team it's dropped. We have to always play at our best. We have to keep a player and put them in the best condition possible. We play against teams that have a much bigger budget than we have, but with our team spirit and we are with our great fans, we are able to minimize the gap. Today, even if we were away, we were able to hear our fans chanting for us, so that was great. My team is built with a lot of professional players that like to work together. We were very disappointed last year that we didn't achieve the fourth position. We think we deserve it. Now we're here to fight against every other team. There's still 30 points to achieve, and so we think we have a chance, but it's not going to be easy. Are you happy about Luis Alberto Milinkovic-Savic performance? Well, we have players that give quantity and quality to the team. They're always available. They always try the best. But with only those two players, we don't go very far. We have a team that's playing together and giving everything. And like a team, we can beat biggest team like we did today. So this was Simone Inzaghi in a press conference after the match. Sorry, I'm going to click the link. What is it? I think it's the well, Patrick, I'm gonna thank you. It looks really, really interesting, but maybe I can do like that and you can see it. I don't know. Expected goal. Yeah, I think 160 is more than 154. So Lazio had created more dangerous chances. I think this is what this graphic that Patrick is showing me, and you can see that Lazio had more chances than I know the blue one is Milan. So Milan had Milan. Sorry guys, I'm destroyed. Inter had more chances, but Lazio had more dangerous chances. So 6 against 18 attempts. Inter had 18 attempts, but still better goal expected. Yes, because I think, and this is a big difference compared to the past month for Lazio. If you notice, Lazio in January in particular created a lot of chances, but none of them were really, really dangerous. Instead, tonight and against Parma as well, Lazio created less chances, but all of them were really, really dangerous. Again, if Andanovic didn't make 3 unbelievable saves, today the match could have finished 4-0 for Lazio. Maybe it wasn't deserved, but if in football, if you score, you win. It wins who scores more. And we remember that because we saw a lot of matches where Lazio played better, like against Fiorentina, but didn't win. And so this have changed a little bit, and I think you can notice the difference in this week. And it's really important for Lazio, if you want to reach the Champions League, to take all the chances you have, because especially against big teams, you don't have that many chances. So yeah, obviously, I think we are all very happy. I think we can all celebrate today and tomorrow, and then focus on Spal, like the player will have to do. Because, as I said, and I'm not tired to say it, Spal, it's a final, like Greek Laziale said. It's going to be really, really important. Not winning against Spal would be really disappointing, because after the victory of today, it would be a shame. I don't know if you agree, but yeah, I think if you win against Inter, you don't win against Spal, then things are bad again. And yes, you have to see what Milan and Inter are doing. They're not playing really well, but I don't think they're going to be still losing that many points. So we're going to see. Guys, I think we can wrap it up here. If you don't have any other questions, again, you will find this. Let me know if you like this type of idea, so we can arrange it. And don't worry, you're going to find our podcast on iTunes, Spreaker, Spotify, wherever you find it in the past. So don't worry, it's going to be available tomorrow morning. Thank you again, and Forza Lazio. And remember to subscribe to our iTunes and our Spreaker, and obviously on our YouTube channel, as you can see the podcast here. And remember, if you want to support us, there is a Patreon page, patreon.com/Lazio Lounge. Again, thank you very much, and Forza Lazio.